Pogačar's reaction. The Tour de France, where men suffer up 20k climbs, descend at 100k's an hour, and occasionally, just to keep things spicy, ram into stationary cars in the parking lot. In what might be the most Tour de France moment ever, our yellow jersey wearing Prince of Chaos has just managed to crash directly into a Visma team car before stage 18 even started. Yes, that's right. Not in the Alps, not in a sprint finish, but in the pre-race team paddock, a true masterclass in multi-discipline mayhem. Now, I just want to make it clear that the Team Visma car seemed to brake suddenly, randomly, and unexpectedly. Naturally, Tadej Pogačar did what Pogačar always does when something ridiculous happens. He grinned and just took it on the chin. Quote, "We crashed into the car, I hit my chin, but it's okay." This was followed up with the most passive-aggressive Slovenian jab in Tour history. Quote, "I don't know if he wanted to brake check my brakes. I was not ready, because I didn't see anyone in front. I didn't see the reason that he needed to stop, like urgently, so we crashed into the car." Translation: Visma's car brake-checked me harder than I brake-checked the peloton on La Roudette. And the best part, he didn't even become mad. He was basically giggling through the interview while casually suggesting that it was attempted vehicular sabotage. If this man loses the Tour, it won't be due to legs. It'll be because someone forgot to replace the windshield wipers. Quotes and timing. Now let's get one thing straight. Pogačar didn't run to Twitter to rant about being brake-checked into a potential tour-ending dental surgery. No, he did something even better. He told journalists in person immediately after the incident, likely still chewing on his bottom lip, and dropped one of the most confusing, sarcastic quotes of the whole event. Quote, "Maybe he wanted to test my brakes." Some people ask, was he joking? Was he accusing? Was he flirting with conspiracy? The answer? Yes. The timing was impeccable. These weren't post-stage meltdown quotes. They were delivered before the neutral rollout, in a moment of pure race paddock madness, adding to the growing list of things that have happened to Pogačar that should not happen to a generational Grand Tour talent. So no, he didn't post a dramatic black and white photo captioned "betrayed." He didn't go live on Instagram. He just told the media, probably while holding an ice pack to his chin, that everything was okay. Even though he literally rode face first into the side of his rival's team's strategy van, because that's how the Tadej Pogačar rolls, head first into rival equipment and then into yellow. Reactions from Team Visma and the fallout. You'd think the Team Visma Lisa bike, also known as Team Visma car, would respond with a robust press conference, maybe a detailed diagram of their automatic braking system, or at least a polite note that read, "We swear we didn't try to kill Tadej." But alas, Visma said nothing that we can find anyway. Absolute radio silence, which of course, in internet logic means they're guilty. That's how it works. Instead, it was UAE Team Emirates who provided the only explanation, which somehow made it all worse. Quote, "The automatic brake sensor went off in the car in front of them." Translation, the car freaked out like a Tesla in a shopping mall and decided to play dead. Meanwhile, context does matter. Just 3 stages earlier, Pogačar had already thrown some tasty Slovenian shade at Visma tactics during a Vingegaard mechanical. If you watched my past videos over the last week, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. Quote, "If I were in Jonas's shoes, I wouldn't be the happiest guy at the dinner table tonight." Then, Visma's resident media cannonball Wout van Aert clapped back. Quote, "He's complaining about something that isn't there." So, when the Visma car mysteriously brakes while Tadej is 2 inches from its exhaust pipe, you better believe people were ready to call that vehicular vengeance. Even Vingegaard, when asked if he was annoyed by Pogačar's constant comments, said, quote, "He's criticising my team more than me. It's the responsibility of the sports directors." So it's official. Everyone is mad, no one trusts anyone, and now cars are in on the fight. Fan theories, drama, and speculation. Naturally, this incident set fire to already sweaty and caffeinated cycling internet communities, who immediately transformed into forensic crash analysts. Reddit users asked, quote, why was the UAE guy riding 2 centimeters off the bumper like it was a TT? Another responded by saying, quote, maybe the car just brake checked him to test his SRAM derailleur alignment. Several fans proposed the brake check theory with absolute confidence, because why not? At this point in the tour, anything short of sabotage feels lazy. One tweet read, quote, this was revenge for La Planche de la Bellez. Follows 2020. Check the telemetry. But wait, before we go full Netflix doco-drama, let's be clear, no evidence whatsoever suggests the brake was slammed on purpose. But also, no one can prove it wasn't, which is exactly how conspiracies stay alive longer than a Pogačar solo attack. Meanwhile, commentators couldn't decide if the whole thing was a freak accident or a slow-motion metaphor for the mental warfare between 2 Grand Tour superpowers. Tadej laughs, Visma stews, the car, it breaks. For some reason? Official explanations and context. So what actually caused the Visma car to hit the brakes hard enough for Tadej to kiss its bumper? Here's the official story. Quote, the automatic brake sensor went off in the car in front. That's it. No dog, no fans, no rogue person running around, no French baguette vendor sprinting across the parking lot. Just a robotic braking system designed to prevent accidents causing an accident. Poetic. And remember, this is all happening not in some narrow Pyrenean descent, but in the team paddock. You know, the supposed safe zone before a stage. The, quote, nothing dramatic ever happens here except Wout van Aert switching bikes 12 times kind of zone. But sure, let's risk the yellow jersey on a software glitch. We can only assume that UAE mechanics are now replacing all of Tadej's brakes with analog levers, duct tape, and divine intervention. Meanwhile, in the race itself, Pogačar finished stage 18 really well. And, was his chin sore? Probably. Was his sarcasm sharper than ever? Absolutely. He extended his GC lead by a long way, almost 5 whole minutes, and he rolled into Courchevel looking like a man who just crashed into a team car and still thinks it's all hilarious. Drama and narrative summary. So what started as an innocuous bumper boob in a paddock became a full-blown Tour de France fever dream. 1 yellow jersey, 1 suspiciously cautious Visma car, and 1 automatic brake system that decided to cosplay as a trapdoor. Pogačar's reaction? Pure theatre. He delivered humour, intrigue, and possibly allegations of vehicular assault, all with a grin. He is in fact not only the most explosive climber of his generation, but also a walking stand-up show with a derailleur. Visma's response? As far as we can see, they've said nothing, which says everything. Seriously, blink twice if your brake sensor is held hostage. Fan theories. Some of them are ranging from technical glitches to purposeful braking. Trust no one, especially not Tour support vehicles. So next time you see Pogačar riding through the paddock, maybe give him a little space. Not because he's fragile, but because the man is one distracted Visma sensor away from launching himself into your car stereo and ending his entire season. Thanks for watching today's video. If you have any more thoughts, opinions and theories on this piece of news, make sure you add it in the comment section down below, as I'll be interested to read all your thoughts. Leave a like on today's video to help my channel, and also subscribe if this is your very first time here, to stay up to date with all of the latest news, drama and cycling results. See you guys in the next video.